Hello everyone, this is Lolly. Welcome back to my channel. I am doing a process video and project share today. And this is for National Scrapbooking Day, which is actually we're celebrating all month. Auntie Vera Scrap and Craft has a challenge or 4 challenges going on right now from her design team members on the Crafty Vera and Friends Facebook site and group, I should say. And so each of her design team members has a challenge, and this is Suzanne's challenge. I'm going to give you the link down below to her challenge, and she shows you how to make a Sizzix, imitation Sizzix junk journal with the Eileen Hall die. If you don't have this, she is showing you how to make it without it. Now I cheated and I did use the die, but I'm doing her her plans for the inside, and I'm making this for a friend. So sorry to spoil the the birthday surprise for her, but I have pre-made this because, like I said, I just used the die, and I'll give you her tutorial on how to make this without the die. But what I wanted to do, which is encouraging to me, was to use up all those 3x4 journaling cards that we all have, and I picked up, if you can see this, I have a whole bunch right there. I picked up about 100 of these super cheaply at the thrift store a while ago, so I need to use these. And what I've also done is I have been cutting up the papers that came in this collection. This is the Sweet and Sassy pad that I got at Joann's on my last haul I was showing to you. Love it. And I'm sorry for my voice, by the way. And I have cut up some of their 3x4 cards and the strips. So I'm going to be using all of that. And I've made some 1-inch strips of light cardstock that I've scored down the middle for hinges. So let's get started. Okay, so I made 3 inserts or signatures, and each one has 2 sheets of cardstock. So there's one, here's another, and here's another. So we are going to decorate them all. Okay, and I'm just going to go through this pretty quickly without spending too much time worrying about everything and trying to get everything perfect. So I think I'm going to need my guillotine paper trimmer here on the side as well, and my Scotch tacky glue. So this is the first card. This is a journaling card, and it's black with flowers on it. Very cute, but it's not enough. So what I'm doing is I'm going to punch out part of another journaling card that says Happy Day and stick that on there to give it a little extra something. This one here, I'm going to start my first flip out, which Suzanne had talked about, and I have my hinges pre-cut. And so this bottom one is just rather plain. It's gray. I end up putting a pocket on it later, but right now I'm gluing my hinge on, and I'm going to glue this card that says love, love, love all over it. And then in order to cover that hinge on the inside, I'm going to take a third journaling card and glue that on the inside, although this is the only time I'm going to do it because later on I use other methods to cover up that hinge. But for now I use this, and I do come back later and fussy cut some flowers to put on the yellow and white stripe because I figure it needed a little something. Now I just glue this into place on the right hand side, and I'm putting it on the right so that when it opens the same way the book does. On the left side I found a cut apart from the collection that says you don't have to be perfect to be amazing. I just love the sentiment. I love the flowers on it. It seems to go with all the other work that I'm doing. I also went back later and put paper clips on a lot of these that you can't see right now. This one says this happened. It needed something, so in the words that cut apart word strips, I found life is great, and it's on gold foil, which I'm going to use the ends of those gold foil later. Now this word says awesome. They have a very cute words in here that are very colorful and outlined in gold. I wanted to do something, but it's so long, I put it on there at an angle on a card that says life lately. And now all these inserts or these signatures are sewn in with waxed linen, and that leaves these thread and the knots on the inside. So I took 4 punched hearts that I did off of my scraps. Then I put 2 hearts on the end of each of the strings. I glued them in place, and then I used the Tim Holtz tiny attacher to staple those on. I did this section only at 2 times speed so that you can see it more clearly, and then from then on I went ahead and sped it up. This one is a really cute card. It has 3 different color hearts on it, and I have this word sentiment I wanted to use It says, "You are so loved," but it's so long. I cut it in half and decided to use half on each side. So I put another one of those love cards on the right side. I've used a few of these in the collection. And so then I was able to split my word up and use it on both sides. Now this one, I love polka dots, and so this was just so appropriate. And I was looking for words to put on there, and I did find one. I'll come back to it. This card says, "Go where your dreams take you." It's from the paper collection. The left one is one of my journaling cards. So I found this card that says, "Just start." I trimmed both sides off so it would fit in there, and then one little gold strip that I had left over from another card I trimmed down. Now usually I like to go and do the flat work on the right side, then come back and glue bumpy stickers. So I went ahead to the right side. I have this journaling card that says, no, these are from the paper collection, that says, "You're amazing and eat cake," appropriate for birthday. So I'm making a vertical flip, and I was planning on putting a journaling card on the inside to cover up the strip, but I went with washi in the end. This is cute little birdie washi that I got from Auntie Vera's Scrap and Craft. So now I can glue that in, and I also have gone back later and added a paper clip on the bottom to help in opening that. Now that flat side is done, I'm going back to add these stickers. They are raised 3D stickers with buttons on them, and they're from Doodlebug. They're called Doodle Pops Flowers. Now I have this, this is another one from the paper collection. It just says, "Yeah." Needs a little something, so I found the gold that I had trimmed down on one of the cards, and I punched some hearts on that and put that in the bottom right corner. It's just enough to give it a little pizzazz there. Now on the next side, from the paper collection, I used this card that says, "Do small things with great love." I notice it's got some really good colors popping on it. And so I used this red felt heart trim. I'm using my Fabri-Tac to put that on the bottom right there. And here I decided to do the ends of my strings first before moving on to the right card. Don't know why. But again, it was just extra paper that was left over on the end of a paper strip. And then I chose another one of those colorful words that are outlined in gold, and the word "smile." And I'm gluing that in horizontally on the right hand side, and it's not enough to fill the page, so I added a strip of paper that was left over from lining the inside of the covers. And once I get that on there, I get out my Tim Holtz words stickers, and I chose the black ones so they would pop, and I chose the words "perfectly kind." It's so hard choosing these words. There's so many really good words in those sticker collections. Okay, on this side, I have this card that says, "When you love what you have everything you need." It's a nice kind of vintage green color there, and I decided to do another pop-up. This one's vertical. I have this card in the bottom that has a yellow chevron tag on it, and the one on top is going to say "Never give up." So I'm doing a vertical strip, and that top card was too long. It was actually longer than 4 inches, so when I trimmed it down, I had this strip left over. I used that to cover up the hinge this time. It was perfect. So now that goes in, and I use the sticker that says "Beauty" on the inside on that yellow fishtail kind of tag, and then I go and put with the, it's a glittery foam heart right there. And then I realize I need something over here, so I dig out all of my rickrack and find some that I got from the thrift store. It's a wide white rickrack. Very cute. Now on this side, I have two sentiments I wanted to use together, so I decided to shorten the top one, make a hinge on it, and put that as a flip over the first one. The yellowish orange one says, "Today I'm excited about everything," and the bottom says, "Good things are going to happen." And so to cover that hinge, I found another word that says "It's all good," and I just trimmed it down to fit. And now it's perfect. I love the color combination, and it just works out really well to have the 3 sentiments there. I did go back and add some embellishments on the bottom left corner of that red card afterwards. And on the right, what came with the paper collection, it says, "Today is the day." I love the floral on it. It's very cute. The color matches this blue and white, polka dot bow bunny cardstock. And one more of those stickers. I just used a thought bubble for this one, and it wasn't enough. So again, I punched out another part of another journaling card that says "Life Lately." And on the right hand side, I just love these polka dots. They're very cute, but they needed something, so I cut the top border off of another journaling card and put that on the top. It says, "Here's the story." I have added embellishments to that card afterward, using another one of those words horizontally. And so I filled in the dead space with the paper that I had used on the cover. I just did some strips on that, and then I went back and got some of the Tim Holtz stickers, and I chose the words "expecting happiness." And then after I was done with the project, I used my gold marker and underlined the words so they would pop a little better. Now for these strings also, oh, and a little sticker there, one of the hearts, flower stickers, I used some of the peach, leftover peach cardstock that I had to cover up these little hearts there. And last one. On the next section, when you open it up, I'm going to do another flip out. This is going to be a sideways one again. This card says "You are enough," and I have a card that says "Notes." So the bottom one is a journaling card, and the top one is a cut apart from the kit. I'm getting my hinge ready, and again I decide I just want to use a paper strip left over from the cover to cover that hinge up so we're not seeing that. It makes it kind of pretty. It looks like a strip of washi inside there. Then when I glue that in, I find some more paper scraps that I can punch holes, punch hearts, and I punch 3 yellow polka dot hearts to cascade on the inside of that notes card. Also off camera, I have a cute little birthday paper clip that I clipped to the front of this flip out. Very cute. Now I like these word strips, and I found 2. One says "Always Better Together," and one says "Make Things Happen." And I wanted to put them on the same side, but I just realized I wanted to break them up a little bit. So I put that card down there. It says "This Happened," and I put one of the word sentiments there, and I used the other one for the inside of the back cover, sort of as a last sentiment that she would see as she's going through her book. And now one last left, and I decided to go with that love card again. I love it so much. And I punched out "Hello You" from the paper collection. And then as I was looking at my scraps, I found the scrap where I'd punched out 2 of the hearts to put on the ends of a string, and I decided to glue those because they're just, the scrap is left. This is the negative. It's very cute. And then this is where I'm fussy cutting the flowers to put on the inside back on the one side there that I felt like that yellow and white stripe that needed a little extra work. I'm leaving a little border there and gluing it right in there. And then I'm going to go through and look at the cover here. And I use the word "cute," and I mount that. I have to trim the edges off, but then I mount it on some blue and polka dot leftover scrap from Bo Bunny, trim that down and glue that in place. And then after I did this, I went and I added some pink rickrack on the top of the spine and a gemstone. There is a flower you'll see as well, the last flower. So stay tuned, and you'll see the photo where I had added the rickrack and see the final result of the cover. Right now I'm going to go through a slow flip through so you can see the entire thing. This is at regular speed. There's the first flip, the inside of that one. This is the last of the first signature. There's that one with the cake. And like I said, I've added more embellishments after the fact. I forget to flip that one up before going on. So there's that flip. So I think I have 4 or 5 flips all together. There's another flip there. It was a great use of all the cards, the journaling cards I have, and the sentiments. Now here is the photo of the finished product coming up. Thank you so much for watching.